Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Beth, and today we're going to be having another topic where I talk about something we see on social media that just doesn't really sit right with me, and I think is a little bit crazy. So we're going to debunk that today and have a little chat as usual. The topic I'm talking about today is probably something you've come across on the internet already if you have seen glow-up videos or videos titled Reinvent Yourself or Become Unrecognizable or Level Up, It Girl Routine, That Girl. I've spoken a bit about the That Girl, but the Extreme Glow Up. Usually got all these keywords in the titles or in the thumbnail. And if you're feeling pretty crappy about yourself, they do tend to pull you in, they rope you in, you know? I want to become that girl. I want to become, I want to change myself entirely and become super unrecognizably beautiful and gorgeous and perfect. Just a little spoiler for what's going to come up. This is not sustainable, nor is it very loving to yourself, and that's all I'll say for now. But I see online, especially on like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, so pretty much all of the social medias, I see this like obsession with constant improvement, like self-improvement and self-growth and just, glowing up and becoming like a better version of yourself. There's this cycle of like constantly wanting to improve and become even better and better and better. Specifically more attractive, like visually attractive, aesthetically appealing to people. The internet is plagued with how-to videos on how to glow up, and especially transformation videos on like TikTok. Those became so popular. I mean, that's all I used to see on TikTok when I used to use it, was somebody glowing up, somebody, they've got a little sound and they're looking a bit disheveled, and then it whips to them being like beautiful, done up, looking amazing. Anyway, so you've probably seen all that sort of stuff on the internet, but I'm going to sort of talk about why I think this is pretty damaging. I don't think this is a necessarily healthy way to look at self-growth and self-improvement. I think it's pretty detrimental to individuals' mental health and just for self-worth in general, and I'm going to talk all about that. I think the notion of glowing up constantly really reinforces this idea that you are not inherently worthy as you are, and that you have to change and be different than who you are right now to become worthy and to become likable and enough. Specifically, that we must dramatically change visually to go through this glow up of sorts. And I just want to preface as well by saying that there is nothing wrong with self-improvement. I'm always looking to grow and become a better version of myself. I think that's a very good thing. I think it's great to evolve as humans. I think it's great to look inwards and think about how we can be better people for ourselves and the people around us. But I think on the internet, this ever-pressing desire to look a certain way and to come across a certain way visually does not come from a place of wanting genuine self-improvement, but it comes from a place of, dare I say, self-hatred and just generally entrenched feelings of inadequacy in who we are. I think the notion that we need to become a different person to glow up and level up is bizarre, and I think we each have our individual traits that bring something different to the table, and there are qualities that we each have that are just so special and endearing because it is our own qualities. And this kind of glow-up culture also seems to drive people to all want to fit into this very specific mold, and it all looks the same, so that we become this one person, this one woman. I believe that genuine self-improvement is something that we work on from within. For example, with me, I'm trying to improve by becoming a better listener. I'm trying to become a better friend. I'm trying to feed myself better. I'm trying to look after my body better. And I am not wasting my time at the moment telling myself that I'm glowing up through, dyeing my hair, because realistically, it is not those things that set you apart or make who you are as a person. They can be great, but it is not the be-all and end-all. Realistically, I think if you think about somebody in your life or somebody from your past or just somebody you've met generally or you see online and you think that they are a interesting person or you want to be more like them or they seem super cool, sure, sometimes it's because they've got a certain piercing or a haircut or whatever it is, But personally for me, if I meet somebody and I'm like, they seem like a really cool person, it's because they're a good listener, or they speak with a lot of confidence, or I like the way they treat people around them, or I like the way that they handle themselves. It's those things, and that really come from like growth from within, I think, that really sets a person apart and makes them, I think that's what makes them that girl. I think that girl is just somebody who cares for themselves and the people around them, and they don't take crap, and they are loving and they're kind. And I think that's all you need to be that girl. Take care of yourself, take care of your friends and your family. No, but getting back on track, it is so highly unlikely that you will find true confidence and fulfillment through superficial glow-ups. Like, you know, we'll see these glow-ups online, and it'll be somebody getting their hair done and getting their nails done and an eyelash lift and all these sort of aesthetic changes, which, as I say again, they can be great. They can make you feel so much better. I feel so great sometimes if I I used to get my nails done. That would feel nice. Or if I get my hair cut. These things feel great, but it doesn't change you inherently as a person. You're still you, you know? Did you grow? Did you glow up really from dyeing your hair? Or are you the exact same person with a different hair color? I'll let you be the judge of that. But yeah, I think this persistent cycle of wanting to improve ourselves or, you know, change ourselves is so much more damaging than the little boost we'll get from that action that we did, that little glow up routine we did. I think that the only true way to glow up is to reach a point in your life where you accept yourself and you love yourself. I know that's pretty far, but you can do it. I think that's that's when somebody glows. That's when somebody just is the best version of themselves. It's when they really accept themselves and they have that confidence that comes from within, not the fake confidence or that loud confidence, just the genuine peace with themselves. I think that is so beautiful, and that's like the biggest thing you can do for yourself. I think it's so amazing, and it's something I'm working on. I'm trying to get there. But yeah, this is coming from somebody who has for years been trying to do these glow up things. And now I'm coming to a point where I'm realizing there's not this big recipe of how to level up as a person. There's not this like routine you have to follow or these strict rules. It's really just coming to peace with yourself. And at least for me, I'm trying to accept myself and love myself. And then I can do the extra things, like whatever, you know, these things that make me feel great. I can do those things whilst loving myself. I don't have to do those to love myself or to become that girl that is deserving and worthy. That girl's already there. I don't need to become a different person to deserve anything. I need to be a good person and a caring person, of course, always. But I don't need to look a specific way or be a specific way. I feel like, I don't know, this topic just, it gets to me because I know there's so many girls out there, and especially young girls, who maybe spend quite a bit of time on social media, as did I. And they feel this need to change themselves. I definitely did when I was younger. I was obsessed with what I could do to get that much prettier or that much cooler, or for people to like me more, or for me to be more confident. I was constantly looking at what I could do to change myself, how I could become a different person, how I could become, like they say, unrecognizable. But yeah, if you are one of these girls, maybe just take a step back and ask yourself, why is it that I feel I'm not enough in this moment? Why is it that I feel I need to change myself to glow up? I just think that this notion, this glow up culture, really puts people into like never-ending cycles where they'll try and glow up and then they'll feel good for a bit and then they'll do it again and they'll feel good for a bit and then they'll do it again, and it's you'll never feel at peace and okay and whole as a person. You're always going to be chasing something different. That's what I was doing. And there is never really an end goal, because there is always something or somebody you're trying to chase or become like, and it's exhausting. Like, give yourself a break. You don't need to do that. You really don't. You really, really, really don't. Just as an example, I'm sure you've heard of Olivia D'Andrea. I don't know how to say her surname, but she was really popular on YouTube. When she was younger, she did a lot of like gymnastic stuff or dance stuff, I think. But as she got older, she did these videos called the Healing Diaries. And they were quite long videos, and they went over a span of about 6 years. And her most recent video, it was very popular. It kind of covered those 6 years and what she was going through. And it's really, really, really sad to watch. I think Olivia struggled with acne, and she was trying to lose weight as well. And you can see how she spirals, and she really, really dislikes herself. And it's so heartbreaking to see. She'll lose her weight and her skin will become a bit better. And then she gets right back into that same cycle. And it is so clear it's because she is in such a negative state of mind and she hates herself so much. And it is really, really hard to come out of that. When your self-worth and your love for yourself is reliant on reaching certain goals, that's always going to be messy. That's a very like sticky situation to be in. But you could see how she really, really suffered mentally and was going through a lot of depression, I think. But at the end of the video, we see her and she's looking very healthy and happy. And she had lost the weight that she wanted to lose. And she talked about how she only really got to that place when she accepted herself and she showed herself that love that she wasn't showing herself for so long. And you can see her glow very differently. I mean, she seems at peace. I mean, of course, I don't know exactly where she's at mentally, and like, she might have struggled again after that. I don't know. But I do think that her experience, her story, and her videos are very, very important, because it does really show how toxic that cycle can become. But yeah, I guess basically what I'm trying to say in this video is there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve yourself, but do not waste your life trying to glow up and look a certain way, because it's exhausting. You're unlikely to ever satisfy or fulfill that desire. And you can work on yourself and grow as a person without hating yourself. And when it comes from a place of love, it's so much nicer, it's so much more satisfying, it's so much more fulfilling, and just a overall happier experience. But I think it's very important to acknowledge that you are enough as a person now. And like, also there's just so many more interesting facets to you as a person than how you look and how you can maximize how you look. Anyway, I'm rambling. I fear, as I do all the time. But if anything from this video has sort of resonated with you, I definitely urge you to watch some of my other videos. I have a video titled "You're Enough." I think that's the title, something like that. And I've got some other stuff on the toxicity of becoming that girl and all that sort of stuff. A lot of my videos are just kind of trying to open people's eyes around a lot of crazy expectations set on predominantly women, but of course any gender. I'm trying to build a community of people who can see their worth and hopefully become a little bit more at peace with themselves and less manipulated by social media. Anyway, I really appreciate you watching. I'm super close to 10k now, which is very exciting. So if you want to subscribe, I would love it. And I would love you. Be very appreciated. Thank you so much. But yeah, I appreciate you as always. I hope you have a lovely night or morning or evening or whatever day. And yeah. Bye. Kind of want to do ASMR on this microphone. Hi, I'm Beth. Love yourself. You should love yourself because you literally have one life, and why would you not? But I get it, it's hard. I'm also trying to do that. Let me know if I should do an ASMR channel. I love ASMR. I've not watched it in so long, but I love it. Anyway, bye.